This is a video tutorial on number 30, London Bridge for snare drum. We have the bells out momentarily because we're going to examine the flam, which is the first thing we see in this song, and flams are best learned on the bells. The flam is represented by the small eighth note with the slash through it, and the curved line attaching it to the quarter note. Because it's a count one note, we'll start with the right hand up and play a right flam. The left hand will simply drop down, and the right hand will then drop down after it. So we have this sound. The reason we're using the bells is so that we can hear that the left hand is truly hitting before the right hand. So we hear a low note before we hear the high note. So here's that right flam. And if we're listening carefully and closely, we will hear that the left hand is hitting before the right hand. The second note will be a left hand flam, and we'll expect to hear the high note hitting before the low note. So here's count two's flam. And in slow motion, I'm going to move the bells out of the way for just a moment. And as we examine our flams on the practice pad, one of the keys that we want to stick to here is that the grace note hand, for example, if we're doing the first note, which is the left hand grace note and the right hand main note, the grace note does not raise up when we play the flam. So in other words, my first stroke or my first note looks like this. It does not look like this. So as I play my first flam, there's my right flam, then I set up for my left flam, then I have another right flam, and then a left flam. So the first measure of this would be played very slowly. I'm going to start with my right hand prepped for the right flam. Right, left, right, left. And notice that after I play my right flam, both sticks are 1 inch off the practice pad. I have not yet prepped for my left flam. 1, 2, 3, 4. So before playing this song, you'll want to practice a lot of right hand flams slowly. Reset for the prep. Reset for the prep, and reset for the prep. Repeat that on the left hand. And again, we're making sure that when we bring the left hand up, we don't draw up like maybe a puppeteer or a marionette. We're not raising the right hand with that. The left hand needs to raise independently. So we'll play London Bridge, which again uses flams and quarter notes and buzz strokes at tempo 72. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And that does have a repeat. I should mention also the sticking we're using here is subtraction sticking. So we'll do all the 1s and 3s on the right hand and all the 2s and 4s on the left hand.